Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. I just want to wish everyone a happy new year, and I hope 2020 is and has been and continues to be excellent, amazing, bringing you guys a bunch of health, wealth, abundance, love, peace, and happiness. This is going to be a full moon in Cancer, lunar eclipse reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This very powerful, watery first full moon of the decade is going to be highly emotional and a time when your intuition is going to be running at an all-time high. It's a time when secrets will be revealed to you and your attention and focus will be on the home and family, and your emotions will be really strongly impacted. This Cancer full moon lunar eclipse represents a moment of completion and a cycle of closure. It also asks you to look back to the new moon in Cancer that we had in July 2019 and see what you started back then and what you're manifesting now, or how you're reaping the fruits of your labor. This Cancer full moon is opposing loads of planets in Capricorn, so it's a great time to declutter and shed things that are no longer working for you. This full moon and lunar eclipse spread that I'm going to do for you is going to give you the messages and insights into how to manifest for your highest good, but also and especially what it is you need to release. All right, so let's go ahead. While I'm doing this reading, I'm just going to ask that you guys give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment and share if and only if that's something that you like to do. Ring that wiggly bell, that notification bell, if you guys want to see when I upload any new videos. All right, so without further ado, we're going to ask Spirit, Angels, Ancestors, Loved Ones who have passed, and Spirit Guides, what messages do you have for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for this full moon in Cancer? Messages for Taurus for this full moon in Cancer. Messages for Taurus for this full moon in Cancer. Messages for Taurus for this full moon in Cancer. Messages for Taurus for this full moon in Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Okay, good, Taurus. Something is ending for you, and it's a huge release. Okay. For some of you, it's going to be a relationship, could be a soulmate partnership. Ooh, wow, okay, but it's actually a very good ending. Very nice cards, you guys. All right, so your overall energy here is the Knight of Cups. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, and this is all about someone making some sort of love offering. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could just be something that you're extremely emotionally attached to. I really like that. And we have the Seven of Wands. This has been a struggle, something that you're really going to stand up for, something that you're going to really work for and work hard for. It's something that I think that you guys have called in. It's something you've been manifesting. If you look back at July of 2019, maybe this love relationship or this love or this thing or this stability or whatever it might have been is something that you really worked on with law of attraction, spells, meditations, etc. I know that there were a lot of delays and a lot of setbacks in the process, but you know, this partnership for you guys, this is definitely love. All right, again, I've got the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, like the ultimate mom, nurturer, you know, in touch with her feelings, been through really hard times. The Eight of Wands, the rods of love. This is happening very quickly. This is law of attraction. This is messages, things moving forward, and you really, really working on calling in this partnership. Now, if you're a Taurus and it doesn't resonate with you as, you know, as a love relationship or an improvement in your current relationship, it's going to be that love with your higher self. Okay, but this is a kind of a beautiful reading so far, Taurus. It's really, really nice. Where you guys are right now, the Ten of Wands, this is you guys releasing a lot of burdens. This is coming to an end. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And this is you saying, you know what, I can't do all of this. This isn't working for me. Something is coming to a close, and I'm going to release all of the pain and the burden and the deception and the disappointment involved with that, because I've got to move on. This is 2020. I've got to clean my plate. I've got to clear the slate. All right, if that makes sense for you. The way that you're projecting yourself to the world, Two of Swords, is actually really thinking about something, trying to make a decision, really discerning which direction you're going to go in. All right, because when something ends, whether it's a relationship or whether it's a job or whether it's, whatever it might be, you realize that the world is your oyster. You might have been staying in a particular place because you were waiting for someone, or you were trying to work on a relationship. And the minute you realize like that's over and you release that, you let go of it, you're like, well, maybe I'm going to go to Thailand and, whatever. Or maybe I'm going to, finally go to Africa, or I'm going to finally, whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to be travel. It could just be like, wow, all right. Maybe you were in a job that you really didn't like and you're like, now I can actually try to do what I love. Things like that. So it's really a nice energy there with the Two of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Now, what's blocking you though is a little bit of movement. The Six of Swords energy, I wish it were showing up in I wish it were showing up in the upright, because that's all about movement. That's all about moving on to a better place. But it's actually kind of cool because as your block and as in the reverse, it's telling me that, you are moving forward. You may have asked for a little bit of help. This might have been the guidance, that you got from your spirits, your angels, your ancestors, your loved ones who have passed, your spirit guides. It may be an actual person, okay? And this person is really helping you like cross this, get out of this tough time, move on to this beautiful, amazing place. For some of you, it's going to be a spiritual journey as well. But for a lot of you, this is definitely going to be a love relationship. Okay, but again, remember that love relationship can be something that we're just extremely emotionally attached to. So again, it could be your, how much you love your job. Okay, it could be anything. So take it how it resonates, you guys. All right, but what's blocking you a little bit, what is a little bit of the journey? I think, like you're trying to make a decision. And if I were the type of person to switch cards around, I would switch the cards around like this. Like people see you as moving on and moving into a better place, and you're blocked just because you need to make this decision. But I'm not going to swap the cards, okay? But that's sort of the message I'm getting here from Spirit, that this sort of blockage is this journey. Now, the Six of Swords in reverse takes us back to the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is Venus in Aquarius, and that's sort of like this fear of love. It's also all about picking your battles. It's like making sure that you're not being petty. It's also all about correcting, if you didn't always behave well in the past, all right, that now you're like putting, your best foot forward to do the right thing and do right by people. All right, and for some of you, that actually might be the issue. You might feel a little bit of regret how you treated someone in the past or how you dealt with a particular situation, and that might be a block that really needs to be cleared for you. Now, we have an obstacle here. This obstacle is the Lover's card in reverse. The Lover's card is also all about making a decision. This is soulmate twin flame type energy. I love that their hands are bound here. It's an equal exchange. They've decided to come together. They're going to blend their energies. It's a blessed union. Okay, but it's in the reverse. So it's showing me that, you might have a little bit of an obstacle with somebody that you thought was your soulmate or your twin flame. It's really weird. This is coming back to me as like an ex, okay? So some of my Taurians, you might be being blocked a little bit by an ex. You could also be that it's something that you're holding on to. And Spirit's saying, right now is really the best time, and it's necessary, okay? It's necessary for you to... not sure if you guys can see all those cards. It's necessary for you to release that person or that relationship, and it's really a decision that you're going to have to make. Okay. What you can do within to achieve your goals. Here we have this Justice card. The Justice card is telling me that it's really time for you to be fair. Okay, it's like you need to be fair to other people. You need to be fair to yourself. You need to be in a relationship. Okay, whatever it might be, at home and family, at work, love, etc., that is fair and balanced, and where there is an equal exchange of gifts. I feel like that's coming to you. All right, but the Justice in reverse is kind of like going within, see where maybe you haven't been, because the Six of Swords bringing me back to the Five of Swords, and the Justice in reverse is telling me that maybe things haven't always been fair, and it might actually be on your part, Taurus. Okay, and if you're cross-watching, you might say, okay, yeah, Taurus, did me wrong or did whatever, blah, blah, blah. But Taurians are often very stable, and they're often fair type people. All right, so look at where you're not being fair to yourself. Maybe if you've decided to stay in a union where there wasn't, where there wasn't enough love, or you've decided to stay in a union that, just wasn't an equal exchange of love, energy, resources, etc., that you weren't being fair to yourself. And now it's really time to balance out those scales. It's also time to balance out work and play, balance out love and work, etc. But that's something you're going to have to go within and see how that resonates with you. Now, what you can learn from the outside world or from others, the Five of Cups is all about sadness and disappointment. The Five of Cups, like what you can learn about this, especially in reverse, is bringing you back to the Four of Cups, the importance of healing that disappointment, the importance of meditating, the importance of, healing and self-love, especially in this deck. In other decks, the Four of Cups is more about disappointment, and feeling sort of like, kind of bored or whatever. But this Five of Cups in reverse is really telling me, like, to take a look at anything that ended, because you guys might be ending a relationship and moving on to a relationship that better serves you. So take a look at anything negative that has happened, and if it's a breakup, if it's a, whatever, of a partnership, or, with somebody that you're married to, it could be a divorce. Or it could just be between boyfriend and girlfriend, or sex doesn't matter. It could be same-sex couples. It doesn't matter. But actually taking a look at a loss and turning it into a win, and seeing that A, the universe has a plan, but B, if you can learn from your mistakes, even though it might hurt a little bit at the time, it might be something that you don't want to let go, but letting go is going to bring you your ultimate happiness. Letting go is going to bring you this Ten of Pentacles energy. Ten of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. This is wealth, this is health, this is abundance, this is that meat and potatoes relationship. This is everything you've ever wanted, that stability and that money. Okay, that's a home, that's family, that's job, that's abundance. Taurus, this is really, really beautiful energy. But it looks like you do have to go through an ending first. And that ending is a decision that you have to make. All right, so let's go ahead and see what additional messages we have for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for January 2020, Cancer full moon. All right, all tied up, 23. This adds up to another 5. Okay, again, I think you are in this situation. You are all a little bit tied up. This might be a relationship or a job or a situation that you've put in a lot of time and a lot of effort, and you feel like it's your only option, and it's not, Taurus. And this is all also in your head. This is like this is you releasing that. And once you realize that this no longer works for you, and that you have so many other options out there for you, and when you release whatever this is, this person, this relationship, that your life is just going to take off, and you're just going to be happy. You're going to get what you wanted, okay, or what you've always wanted and yearned for. All right, and here we go. We have anxiety. Of course, there's a lot of anxiety wrapped up in this. This, again, these 10 of Wands, it's taken lifetimes, or it's taken years in order for you to collect all of these wands, and it gives you a lot of anxiety. I think a lot of your identity is wrapped up in this relationship or in this job or in this situation, and that's why it sort of has you all tied up in knots. But that's very, very hard to go through, but it's going to be so rewarding. All right, and so I do kind of see there's some sort of separation, there's some sort of ending, but it's going to bring you so much peace, love, joy, happiness, and abundance, Taurus. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what additional messages we have for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Time and tide. Interesting. I love that. There may be a point in time where you have to spend time alone. You can see this person, and you're going to have to give it time. It's something that, again, I think you're very wrapped up in. It's taken a long time. You've invested a lot of time, money, resources, and energy into this person, into this relationship, into this job, into this project. Okay, and that makes it really difficult. So give it time. Don't do it all overnight. But there could be like a gradual moving away. Again, that Six of Swords is like, that energy, that boat is moving very, very slowly. But it at least showed up. Okay, at least it's anchored at the port. And there's an option for you to get on it and move on to a better place in your life. okay? And here we have wonder voyage, crossing deep waters, pilgrimages, journey of the soul. For some of you, you guys are going to be going through a dark night of the soul. I also just want to note here, I have 1 and 8 breaks down to a 9, 1 and 8 breaks down to a 9, 4 and 5 breaks down to a 9. Okay, so we've got 3 9s on deck right now. Okay, and 9s are all about wish fulfillment. They're all about a near completion. This is coming to you. You are going to get what you want. Okay, but I can't help but notice, look at all of these 4 women. They're all very alone. So I do see that time alone is going to be very necessary for you guys. And you guys might be going through a little bit of a mini death, you know, mini dark night of the soul. But this is a journey and a voyage that is going to take some time, but it's something that you have to do alone, and you won't be able to take everyone and everything with you. And I understand how that brings you a lot of anxiety, because you guys are really wrapped up in whatever this, you know, this Lover's card is. You know, it's a love relationship. It's something that you're very, very emotionally attached to, but Spirit is saying it's time to say goodbye. It doesn't necessarily mean, look, I love this because she has a little dolphin. You'll make friends along the way. You're going to learn so much. All right. And you're really, 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 even in the 6 of Swords, she's got a friend there, and it's not going to be forever. Okay. But it's really going to help you. It's going to help you learn and grow, and it's going to help you get what you need. Sorry, guys. I just had one of my dogs just pushed that over. All right, it's really gonna, you know, it's something that you guys really have to do because it's the best thing for your happiness. All right, additional messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Additional messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Yep, so somebody might have been deceptive in this relationship. Again, there's a lot of secrets. There's a lot of things that will be coming to light with this new moon. And I think it's about being honest with yourself as well. But honest about this relationship, honest, I think you've been honest, but I think you might be dealing with somebody that wasn't honest about their feelings or intentions with you. Okay, or it's, you know, or it's just sort of an inner struggle. Okay. But, you know, you can be honest with yourself. Go after, Taurus, what it is you want and what it is you need. And I also want you to go back to what you were doing in July. All right, that new moon that we had in Cancer back on like July 2nd. What were you thinking? What were you manifesting? What did you want? Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Yeah, this is not going to be necessarily an easy journey for you, Taurus, but it's going to be one of the best and one of the most memorable. And you're going to, you know, if you choose to go on this, if you choose to untie yourself, if you choose to, you know, face those anxieties and those fears, Taurus, you guys are going to be, you know, you are going to be greatly awarded. That 10 of Pentacles energy, everything that you've ever wanted awaits for you on the other end of that rainbow, but you are going to have to take this journey. For some of you, it's going to be like a death, you know, a mini death rebirth experience, or it's going to be a dark night of the soul. Do remember that you're never alone on those journeys, and ask for help when you need it, okay, from people around you, or just call on your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels, whatever works for you, and Spirit will be there to help you, show you, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel and get you through this, okay? And here we have true love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. Yeah, for some of you guys, you are not in a loving relationship, and that needs to change, and you know it. All right, but I feel like you're so used to being there or with this person, or so comfortable, or you have so much, you've invested so much time and energy into this that you can't quite see that there is somebody that's right for you. Again, if it doesn't speak to you in a love relationship, it speaks to you, you know, in something that you love or you're emotionally attached to. Again, it can be family members, it could be children, it could be friends, it could be your job. It can also be your spiritual journey. All right, and Guinevere, this is absolutely gorgeous. You know, the universe is delivering great love to you, so be open to receiving it, Taurus. You guys deserve this. So please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment and share if and only if that's something that you'd like to do. Don't forget to ring that notification bell if you guys want to get updates when I upload anything new. And remember that I love you and thank you for listening.